This is going to be a fun one, a complete review of Anker's Soundcore Space 1 headphones. I've been using these for about 6 months now and I like them so much I decided to order a second pair for my girlfriend. In these past 6 months I've realized a bunch of things about these headphones, something that other reviews haven't really covered. So this is going to be a complete subjective and objective analysis of these headphones. First of all, these cost me 80 Canadian dollars, making them insanely budget friendly. Especially given the amount of features this thing packs. From active noise cancellation to the option to go wired. This is edging into flagship category but at a sub $100 price point. I should mention though, I bought these at a discounted rate, but even at full price, which is $130, they're still very cheap compared to Sony or Beats flagships. By the way, I've left an Amazon link down in the description in case you want to get one for yourself. One of the first things anyone would care about in a pair of headphones has to be sound. The opinions are mixed out there. Some sources claim that the sound is so bad that this is only useful as a pair of noise cancelling headphones and nothing more. I think that's an exaggeration. I don't think these are going to be winning any awards anytime soon, but given the price, they do pretty well. If you care about instrument separation or are generally an audiophile, maybe these aren't for you. But the sound is great for 95% of the people for most of their use cases. Personally, I've realized about 10% of the times this thing doesn't handle bass all that well, especially Dr. Huberman's voice, which never sounds right, and some bass heavy tracks as well. This thing has 3 mics with an AI algorithm for calls apparently. It's not the worst, but it's definitely not all that great. I don't usually use these for taking calls, but over the past week of scripting this video, I did, and the results were surprisingly underwhelming. To quote one of my friends, it's bad, but it's not unbearable. I was in an open area with minimal noise, I think only just wind, so make of that what you will. Moving on though, this thing packs a range of features. It's got bearing detection, which has to be configured and enabled through the Soundcore app. The left ear cup has a sensor which pauses the music automatically when you remove the headphones. These have the option to connect through aux and Bluetooth. I personally use aux more because the original reason I got these was to use with my PS5 controller to play Fortnite while talking to my friends. I should mention though, while there are 3 mics in the headset like I mentioned earlier, it didn't work when connected to the PS5 controller via aux. The cable that comes inside the box doesn't have a mic, so I ended up using the aux cable I got with my Beats Studio 3, which does have a mic on it. That ended up working with the Space 1s, and I thought mine might be defected, but I tried my girlfriend's as well, and it still didn't work. So yeah, if you plan to use these wired and need the mic, you might have to buy an aux separately, so keep that in mind. Moving on, this allows multiple device connections, something that used to be quite buggy for me when I first got these, but since then, the firmware updates from the app seem to have done the trick. Additionally, the headlining features. This thing has 5 transparency modes plus adaptive active noise cancellation. I think I said it right. The ANC is pretty damn good. It's on par with some of the other headsets I've tried in the past like Beats Studio 3. These also have a feature where if you place your hand over the left ear cup, it switches to transparency mode and lowers the volume to allow you to talk if needed. The seal is part of the reason the ANC is so good, which takes us to the overall fit. The comfort of these headphones is so good. It's soft around the band lining and the cups. Each ear cup allows for 8 degrees of movement to create the perfect seal for any head shape. Given so many great things about the headset, you wouldn't really expect the battery to be all that good, right? Well, you'd be wrong. You get 40 hours of listening time with ANC on and 55 hours with it off. And if you run out of charge, a 5-minute charge will give you 4 hours of playtime. I can attest to all of these. The battery lasts a couple days at a time, and a quick charge seems to last forever. The build quality of the headphones feels very premium. Whatever part is in line with the cushiony layer is all soft feeling plastic which almost feels like metal. They fold neatly to fit in your bag or just to store somewhere, and they come with a soft case in the box which is great for minimizing scuffs and scratches. The cups are designed to rotate 90 degrees to let them lie flat on a table or sit comfortably against your chest. Not only does this make them look more aesthetic sitting there, but also feels way more comfortable. And not so awkward sticking out as with other headphones. There's one thing that doesn't come in the box but is a big part of the product, at least if you want to unlock the best of its features. Being a CS major, I geek out over great user interfaces, and I definitely did when I first used the Soundcore app. It is minimalistic yet packed with features. This is where you can update the headphones firmware, customize buttons, and set up custom EQ profiles. You can either configure an EQ profile manually or have the app create one for you based on a series of sound tests. I usually use these for gaming, specifically Fortnite on PS5, and talking to my friends while playing. I would love to say it's for zero latency, but the real reason is that the PlayStation people are just too stuck up to offer Bluetooth. I've also used these a couple times in the gym and on the go. I don't take public transit too much, but when I do, I make sure I take these along. They definitely help cut out the noise a little too much actually, because I end up missing my stop more often than I'd like to admit. Now for the specs for those who like to know, let's go through them really quick. They have 40mm drivers that support LDAC codec, which means higher detail in sound quality compared to similarly priced headphones. They also come with Bluetooth 5.3, which is the latest one, so this is as future-proofed as you can get right about now. Would I recommend these? Absolutely. A quality pair of headphones for this low of a price is as good of a deal as you can get right now. The sound separation isn't all that great, but given the price, I believe something had to give. If you're on a budget or a student like me, these are the ones to get. Okay, that's all. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. PS out.